Bonjour and welcome to my review of a truly classic knife from France, the Nontron knife. This one is the Nontron number 25 with the double ferrule ebony wood handle. Nontron knives are the oldest French folding knives. The origins go back to the 16th century, so these knives are much older than, for example, the famous Laguiole knives. Where is Nontron? Nontron is a small village in the southwest of France. It's at the heart of the Périgord vert. Since prehistoric times, iron was exploited in the Nontron region, and during the Middle Ages, Nontron was known for its production of sword blades. This particular model belongs to a whole family of knives. Here is another Nontron knife, which looks quite different. It's smaller. The handle material is boxwood instead of ebony, and this end of the handle is shaped like a clog. Well, you need to know that the traditional Nontron knives come in many different sizes and with 4 basic handle shapes. And usually the handle material is boxwood from the immediate region of Nontron. First, there is the famous clog-shaped handle. In French it's called sabot. The next one looks like a ball. In French it's called boule. Then we've got a handle that looks like a fishtail. The French expression is queue de carpe. And finally there is the double ferrule handle, double virole in French. Quite obviously this knife comes with a double ferrule handle. In addition to those 4 basic shapes, there are lots of variations and modern interpretations of the Nontron knife. Some of them are very luxurious. However, the basic boxwood and ebony models are very affordable. Nontron knives are all handmade at the workshop of the Coutellerie Nontronnaise. That's the name of the manufacturer, which of course is located in Nontron. By the way, the Nontron Cutlery Company is a subsidiary of Forge de Laguiole, the well-known manufacturer of Laguiole knives. Another characteristic feature of these knives is the logo, which looks like a reversed V or like an arch surrounded by 3 dots. It's called la mouche. Actually, the meaning of this symbol is unknown. There are several theories about its origin, but it remains a mystery. The handles of the boxwood models are all decorated with this symbol. The technique used here is called pyro engraving or simply wood burning. A traditional Nontron pocket knife has 6 mouches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 lines of stippling. As for this ebony handle knife, the symbol is only stamped onto the blade. Now, where can you buy these knives? The Coutellerie Nontronnaise ships them to distributors and retailers worldwide. Here in Europe, I can highly recommend this website, couteaunontron.fr. They actually specialize in Nontron knives. They offer a tremendously large selection of these knives. The website is in French, but it's very easy to use. Just browse through the categories in the navigation bar. And I promise you will be surprised by the many different models. Couteau Nontron ships to all major European countries and they are very responsive to customers. Let's go over the specs of this model, the number 25. The closed length is 11.5 centimeters. The overall length is 21 centimeters. The blade length is 9 centimeters. The blade thickness is 2 millimeters. And the weight comes in at only 50 grams, so it's a very lightweight knife. And just for a quick size comparison, this is an Opinel number 8. As for the blade shape is a drawpoint design with a very pointy tip. The blade is flat ground. The flat grind and the thin blade stock make this knife an excellent slicer. The blade comes with a nail nick and is nicely polished. The blade steel is called T12. Now, what is T12? T12 was developed by Forge de Laguiole. They use this steel for their Laguiole knives. Since the Nontron Cutlery Company is a subsidiary of Forge de Laguiole, T12 is also used as blade steel for the stainless Nontron knives. Very little is known about the composition of this steel. It is a stainless steel, so we can expect it to include at least 10.5% chromium. From my experience, I would say it behaves similarly to 12C27, the well-known steel from Sandvik, which is widely used in French cutlery. The basic shape of the handle is a cylinder. The handle is hand-turned. It is a very simple and elegant design. There is a cutout for the blade, and the knife comes with a lock. If you are familiar with Opinel knives, you will easily recognize the simple yet very effective mechanism. It's a combination of a fixed ferrule and a turning ferrule. The nickel-silver turning ferrule locks the blade into place. This mechanism is very old. The turning ferrule is first mentioned in writings from the mid-17th century. So this locking mechanism was invented long before the Opinel knife was born. Please note that only the larger models come with this mechanism. The small Nontron knives only have a fixed brass ferrule. The Nontron knife has a very rich history. I only scratched the surface of it. Especially the traditional boxwood knives are deeply rooted in the folklore of the Périgord region. For example, as an evergreen plant, boxwood has a symbolic significance in that it evokes the idea of eternal life. It is also interesting to note that the Nontron knife played an important role in the rite of passage for boys in the Périgord region. But not every story is true. Sometimes you can read that the French king Henri IV was assassinated with a Nontron knife in Paris in 1610. It's a nice story, but it's a historical hoax. It's pure legend. The coutellerie nontronnaise represents a proud heritage of craftsmanship. The way the Nontron knife is crafted today is nearly identical to the way it was made 500 years ago. Each knife is made from start to finish by one person. The fit and finish of this beautiful knife is superb, and it's a pleasure to use it. I hope you enjoyed my review. Thanks for watching and take care.